So you guys full on are getting the Spirited Team hats, right?
Yes.
I'm like, I made these things. I'm like, tier 1. Woo!
Did you design those hats?
No, I did not. But they're really good looking. I mean, I love when I made the thing. I was like, look, you get Spirited Team hats. They're not just any hats. They're Spirited Team hats, Team USA, Team Beachbody. So
awesome.
So way to go. I congratulate you guys on that. All right. Hey, real quick, you guys, give me a shot. Just tell me like your name and where you're from real quick. Let's start up here. Dawn Nicole. Hello. Where are you from?
Tawnytown, Maryland.
Coneytown, Maryland. Very cool. What's that?
Tawnytown.
Tawnytown.
Yeah.
All right. So some people are at work and probably can't answer. That's okay. All right. Jessica Gray. Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Where are you coming in from?
Redding, California.
Redding, California. Awesome. You're over here on the west with me. So
yes.
You're catching you at morning time. Awesome. Rosemary.
My name is Rosemarie.
Rosemarie. Sorry. Marie. M-A-R-I-E is a Marie, not a Mary. I should know that.
That's right. That's right. And I live in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, I love Charlotte. I'm going to be there in like 6 weeks or so. I'll be in Charlotte. So
I saw you last time you were here in Charlotte.
Good. Well, I'll be there in the middle of November. So hopefully we'll see you again. Awesome. Erica, looks like you're in your car.
Yes, sir. I'm from Orlando, Florida, and the air conditioning is running because it's really humid outside.
I have heard it's a heat wave down there. Awesome. I will be in Orlando on October 8th doing a 4 vital behaviors training.
Ah, you're coming to join us.
Yeah, myself and Kim Carver will be there. Kim's really the star of the show. I'm the sidekick.
Well, I will meet up with you and tell you I'm Erica from America. You won't forget me.
Erica from America. All right.
That's right.
Okay, look forward to seeing you there. Ariel.
Hi, I'm from Amityville, New York.
Awesome. Are you in like a school or?
No, this is my personal training studio.
Your personal training studio. I love it.
We all need one of those, don't we?
Very cool. All right. Shanna Holt.
It's Shauna.
I'm going to stop saying, I'm like, Shauna, sorry.
As that. So I'm in Springfield, Illinois.
In Illinois. Awesome. Wow, we got people from all over. Awesome. I've got, hopefully I don't screw this one up, Beth.
Got it right.
Did I pronounce that correctly?
You did, indeed.
Wonderful.
I'm from Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City. Awesome. Love it. I used to live in Dallas, and I'd get up to Oklahoma City frequently. I love it up there. That's where I ate like fried catfish. It's fried catfish. All right. Okay. Awesome. Hopefully I don't mess this one up either. Kelly Murray.
You did good.
Okay.
I'm from Surprise, Arizona.
Surprise. All right. Okay. We are like neighbors, like bordering states, because I'm in Utah. I'm in the Utah sales office. So Surprise, Arizona. That's awesome. Thank you. There's a Brian here, but all I see is like a AC duct or something. I don't know. There he is. Okay. Brian is real.
What's up, Greg?
Is this our new three-star? What did I just do? A 3-star diamond, Brian Rulka, right here.
Yep. Yes. Thank you.
What's up, my man?
I'm on lunch right now from work, so that's why I'm on my phone. So I'm getting ready to eat something, and I got like a half hour, then I gotta get back to work.
Oh, sweet. Well, we'll only be 3 hours. Don't worry.
I didn't want to miss it. Did not want
12 minutes. Awesome. Steven's walking.
Yeah. Hello.
How are you, Steven? Where are you coming in from?
Kaiser, Oregon.
Oregon. Awesome. Greg, you got a lot of West Coast love on your team. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Good to see you, Steven. And you got a few dudes on your team, which is cool, too. It's a rarity.
It's rare. Yeah, I know.
Rare, but all right. I see there's a few on mute here. Amanda, if you can say hello, Amanda. If you can't, I understand. There was someone was in chat. Like I can't. Amanda, sorry, at work, so I have no way to speak, but I'm here listening. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you for letting me know. And then this is an awesome name, Ashley Swift Amaya. Can you say hello, Ashley?
Yeah, I am. I'm from Winsfield, Missouri. It's near St. Louis.
Oh, okay, near St. Louis in Missouri. Awesome. Thank you for being on, Ashley. And then I think someone dialed in. There's no name, but it's an 818 number, 818-324-9333.
That's Sarah and Joshua Husey.
Excuse me?
Sarah and Joshua Husey.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah and Joshua. Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, hey, thank you for being on. Greg, thank you for leading this and for getting your team on in the middle of a Thursday mid-morning, early afternoon thing. It's awesome to be able to talk to you guys. I'm Craig Colyar, the Regional Director of Sales for the Southeast region, and I work for Beachbody. I'm employed by Beachbody. I'm not a coach, but my job is to work with our coach development, and I have an opportunity to work with our 6 to 15 star diamond coaches in the Southeast region, which gives me an opportunity to work with Greg Armfield and have again interaction with him, and we talk about you guys and about his team and his strategies and the things that we're doing to be able to grow our business. And it's a great opportunity actually to be able to get to know a lot of coaches. I travel throughout the Southeast region. As you kind of heard me say, I'll be in Orlando soon and be in Charlotte, and I have an opportunity to go out and give training on the 4 vital behaviors, leadership training, and talk about the vision and mission of Beachbody and what we're doing and how we're taking this thing forward in just ways that we can develop ourselves individually and as teams and become the most successful coaches that we can be. And so it's a great privilege for me to be able to be part of this mission, and be able to interact with you. It really is an honor, and I appreciate and want to just express appreciation and gratitude on behalf of all of us from Beachbody Corporate for everything that you guys do as coaches to take the Beachbody mission forward. Certainly, there's a great partnership that has to occur between the company and between our coaches to be able to move this thing forward. And we are just so grateful for what you do to take, our programs and the supplements and the promotions and the vision that we have of overcoming the trend of obesity and helping people to achieve their goals and find themselves and find the best versions of themselves. And we could not do this without you. And we recognize that it takes great dedication. It takes great commitment. It takes courage to put your name out there, to put yourself out there, on social media or, in front of your friends and family, coworkers, associates. Sometimes it's easier to put yourself out there with your cold market who doesn't know you, who, hasn't, you don't have a relationship with sometimes than it is to put yourself out there with friends and family who immediately see someone, that's trying to make themselves better, that's trying to do something unique, that's trying to, overachieve in some area. And for whatever reason, your, zeal for excelling at something makes those people want to criticize you or want to, look at why you shouldn't do that or couldn't do that or can't do that. And so I know that putting yourself out there and demonstrating that courage to show people that you are committed to something and that you're trying to help other people become committed to something, that can be, a challenge, and it can be frustrating, and it can be, those things again where like people are, are looking at you or criticizing, and you have to be able to be thick-skinned and go out and do it and just make it happen. And I just, again, want you guys to know that we recognize that what you do is so important, that we couldn't do this without you. And there's so many amazing things that we have ahead of us, that there's just a great synergy that we can create by doing this together, and by joining in and being part of this team and being part of a team community, and for you to share and get the people that you are bringing into this business, whether it's your customers in your challenge group or your new coaches, inside of this team community. I just highly encourage you to stay connected to your team, and bring your new people into this team communities to help give them the belief and the confidence that they need and that you will continue to need to move this thing forward. All right. Because I'm here to tell you guys, I have had an opportunity to be in this industry, in the network marketing industry, direct sales and market supplements and health products for the past 17 years. And I have been able to consult with different network marketing companies, and I've seen a lot of them come, a lot of them go, a lot of things that have, that have paralyzed or stunted the growth of certain companies for various reasons. And it's so exciting to be part of Beachbody, that while, part of the direct sales or network or MLM, industry, we are truly one of a kind. This is a one of a kind opportunity. And even though we're a business that, yes, we have, an income opportunity through sharing with people who share with people who share with people, we have such a unique value proposition that we take into the marketplace that has never been done before. This is an established industry. It's not like this is a new industry. This isn't like some new form of like online marketing or something, but never has this type of business been done like Beachbody is doing it, where you as coaches invest in yourselves, you become the best person that you can be, you be a proof that the product works, right? And then are able to share that out with other people and invest in them and help them get results in such a way that you become so much more to your customers, so much more to your coaches, to your challengers, to the people that you're helping, than just a rep of a product. Would you guys agree with me on that? Right? This isn't just like, oh, I need to call my, my Avon rep or my Mary Kay rep or my Jamberry rep or my Unique It rep, or I could go on and on and on, right? Like, just let me get the product from you. Like, no, you are invested in people's lives and helping them to get results. And that is unique. It is a special business concept that this company has come on to, and we have seen such remarkable results with this concept over the past 2 and 3 years, where we've had we've literally like not just tripled but quadrupled, quintupled, however you say, 5 times growth, the revenue of this company, and been able to really set ourselves up to be the leader in the fitness industry. And while gyms and traditional ways of treadmill sales, or all these traditional ways of people doing fitness continue to fumble around in the industry, we are at the edge of the sword and commit to being at the tip of the spear in this. And there's just amazing growth opportunities that we have, and you as coaches will have an opportunity to be at the forefront to leverage Beachbody's innovations, to leverage Beachbody's technological advancements, to leverage Beachbody's new supplements that will be coming and that will continue to help people, that will add to what not only Shakeology does or Performance Life does, but new and exciting products that you will be able to be a part of. And so there's just so much to be gained. The vision that we have for this thing is huge, and what a great thing to be able to partner with a company like this, to be able to leverage those things that the company will give. And I mean, we only talk about international expansion, but you guys were all of you coaches that are in now, you guys will be the PS coaches. You guys will be the sponsors of all of the growth that we have, internationally. There's just such a huge advantage here. And I promise you that if you will continue to be diligent and be tenacious and be, everything that all of the vital behaviors that will work, and you'll connect with those and you'll be consistent in those, that the law of the harvest, that compound effect, will happen for you. And as the company continues to grow, you will continue to grow. And the only way that you can take yourself out of this, the only way you won't succeed is if you quit. That's the only way you cannot succeed in Beachbody. If you are true to yourself and you are truly living the 4 vital behaviors, the only way you lose, the only way you don't succeed is by quitting. Otherwise, you will win. You'll win for yourself, you'll win for your family, you'll win for your team, and you can fulfill the goals that you have at hand. All right. Now, I spoke a little bit about, and I'm going to talk fast because I know like some people are on lunch breaks and stuff. We talked about having the courage to put yourself out there and to make this happen. And that's something, again, that we all have to embrace is in order to do this business. It's not, you have to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to talk to people. You have to be willing to be vulnerable and get out there. And what that causes sometimes, and what is one of the greatest debilitating factors in this type of business is fear. Right? I'm going to talk a little bit about fear. Fear is the great indicator. All right. And in fact, if you aren't fearing something, you're probably not doing enough of the right things. All right. Fear is actually a sign that you are doing what's needed to move in the right direction. Because if you're moving with enough, tenacity, it's likely that you're tackling big things, and there's things that are giving you fear. If you don't feel fear in something, it's likely that you're staying comfortable. If you're like, oh no, this is going okay and I'm comfortable and this and that, guess what? I'm going to challenge you to push harder. I'm going to challenge you to stretch yourself and to do the thing that scares you, to not be comfortable, to not sit back and just wait for people to come to you, or I'll put this out and I'll wait for to come to me. If you're comfortable and you're not, that fear's not hitting you, you're probably not pushing yourself as hard as you could be. Okay. In fact, one of the great thought leaders in the market right now, Grant Cardone, says the only thing that scares him is a complete lack of fear. He's like, I know that if something isn't scary for me, if I'm not pushing myself to the point of being scared, that's scary because it means I'm not pushing myself forward. It's kind of an interesting paradox there. The interesting thing is when you take fear, though, from an emotional side, and you let fear paralyze you or keep you from taking action, that's when you have to look at what's really going on, right? And the interesting thing is when you allow fear to paralyze you, most of the time, the thing that you're actually afraid of doesn't even occur, all right? They say that fear stands for false events appearing real. All right, which aptly means that a lot of times what you're most afraid of doesn't even come to pass. Right, a lot of times fear is provoked again by emotions rather than rational thinking. All right, and so when you let that paralyze you, or you're making up these scenarios of, oh, I should do this because of that, or if I do this, maybe that will happen, or maybe they'll think this, or maybe it's not the right time for that. All right, you are allowing hypothetical situations to paralyze you. All right, it's the same thing. Like we have this example in this book of the boogeyman, right? The boogeyman, when the kids let their emotions create these fears. And so the boogeyman, right, it's like under the bed, it's in the corner of the closet, and the dark corners lurking in the rooms. But as all children eventually find out, right, the boogeyman is not real. The boogeyman does not exist anywhere but in their head. Right. And so as we grow and whatnot, hey, we learn, hey, that's not real. But as adults, we allow other boogeymen to come into our lives, right? We allow our adult boogeymen to be the unknown. I'm afraid of the unknown. What's going to happen? What if, we're afraid of rejection. We're afraid of failure. Sometimes we're afraid of success and how to, react to that, and so on and so on. All right. And so if you are letting these adult boogeymen impact you from taking action, man, it is time to get those out of your head. And when you attack that, when you take action, it's an opportunity to squash that. For example, if you are afraid to make an invitation to someone that you know is like, oh, they're big, they're established, or kind of like my, you know, I don't think they'll do this. Like if that is paralyzing you, now is the time to call on that potential coach. It's a sign, all right, that you should get on the phone with them, or message them, or invite them to take a look at what you're doing. All right. If there's, you know, if you're afraid of, you know, doing your own team call, afraid of, you know, creating your own training program on something, afraid of going, you know, live on Facebook, now is the time to tackle that. Now is the time to eat that fear and to make it happen. The only way to overcome that fear is to take action and to do it and become fearless. All right. One of the things that's, you know, that's interesting and that we often use as a gap fill for when we're afraid of something is and I'm sure some of you are, I'm going to say this and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, you know, yeah, that's what I do. Because it's what I do. It's like, instead of taking action on something that I'm afraid of, guess what I do? I prepare more. You know what? I'm not quite ready. I'm going to prepare more. I'm going to read a little bit more. I'm going to, you know, sharpen my skills in this area. Before I make this call, I'm just going to rehearse again what I'm going to say. And I'm going to, you know, what if they have this objection? I'm going to be ready for it. And so we allow that fear to paralyze our action. All right. But guys, preparation is merely an excuse, and we shouldn't be using that as a reason to justify the reluctance in taking action. All right. So when you have that moment when you're like, should I act? And that voice in your head is saying, no, you need more time. You need to, you know, why don't you, you know, prepare a little bit more, get ready for this. Ignore that and take action. Move beyond it and contact that person, make that call, make that invite, because nothing will happen without action. All right. In fact, a lot of times when you are at that point and that voice comes into your head, it is the best time to take action is in that very moment, because it will teach you, all right, that you can do it, and it will be kind of a catalyst for you to overcome that in the future. The interesting thing is that most people will not follow through with their goals when enough time has passed from the inception of the idea or the thought that came to actually do something about it. So you may have this big goal, you may have this inclination to act on something big, and if you wait and allow that you know, that gap to get better prepared, to take a little more time to, you know, to do that, a lot of times you never go back and tackle that thing that you were intending to do, right? So take action in the moment, all right? One of the things I think that is that also happens again is that we create excuses with time, right? A lot of times we allow our fears to take more time, or, you know, those time excuses much more than they deserve. We give into those, again, voices in their heads, not so, you know, in addition to being, I might need to prepare, but then come the excuse things of why the person, all right, that you were wanting to, you know, to talk to, or the, you know, the client you were wanting to call, the person you were wanting to invite, you begin to let those voices in your head come in. Oh, you know, they're leaving town. Oh, they just got back into town. Oh, it's the end of the month. Oh, it's the beginning of the month. Oh, you know, they've been in meetings all day. Oh, they're about to go into a meeting. Oh, they just bought something. Oh, I see they just got a puppy. Oh, it's probably not right for them because of this. Oh, it's probably not right for them because of that, right? We got to get those fears out. All right. Forget that. I don't want to bug them. I don't want to, do this, guys. If your intentions are pure, if you are truly tied to this mission and married to this mission of helping people achieve their goals, then none of these fears should impact you. Take action and be sincere, and then let the results follow what they may. The worst thing that can happen is people say no, or people say, call me back later, or they say, this isn't for me. Guess what? You haven't lost a friend. You haven't lost, any money. You haven't lost anything. All right. You only lose if you don't ask, because you'll never know. All right. One of the things that there are quotes that I love from this content that I've been reading. It says, fear is one of the most disabling emotions a human can experience. It immobilizes people and often ultimately prevents them from going for their goals and dreams. Everyone fears something in life. However, it's what we each do with that fear that distinguishes us from others. When you allow fear to set you back, you lose energy, momentum, and confidence, and your fears will only grow. All right? When you allow fear to set you back, you lose energy, momentum, and confidence, and your fears will only grow. So what do we do? What's the answer? You eat your fear. You've got to eat your fear. You don't give into it. You don't back off. You take action now. You take action in the moment. All right? And I promise you, if you will do that, not only will you see the results and the good come from that, it will embolden you. It will give you that courage. It will give you, again, the tenacity and the courage that you need to move forward in your business with more and more confidence. And as you do that, as you continue to plant more seeds and nourish more seeds, the law of the harvest will come into effect, and you will see those seeds planted, the seeds that are nourished, blossom into the fruit of your business. All right. So guys, it's as simple as that. If you aren't experiencing fear, it's likely that you are not attacking and taking new action and growing in your business. And then if you're allowing those fears to paralyze you, it's time to put the voice in your head behind, to shut it up, to eat that fear, and to go after this thing and just take action. All right. Massive action will trump over preparation every time. All right. It's not that I want you to go out and just be like ignorance on fire and not know what you're talking about and not be professional and not, understand, how things work and what the value of Shakeology and be able to, confidently, talk about our your business proposition. But at the same time, what matters most in this is taking action and sharing your story and sharing how it's impacted you. And as you do this with boldness, with courage, with sincerity, only good things will happen. And I am super convinced of that. You guys have a great team dynamic. You're part of a great team. You've got great leadership on your team that will guide you, that will give you all the how-tos that you need. If you need a how-to document, if you need coaching on the tactics of this, boy, you are on the right team. Greg and the leaders in this team have that all for you. Where you come in is you need to have the belief and the courage to take action. And when you do, the results will follow. You guys, you are on the right team. You are with the right company. You're here at the right time. And, really everything is in place for you to be able to do some special things to become the best version of yourselves and to help others become the best version of themselves. And when you do that, all the numbers, all the milestones, all the ranks, the success clubs, the elites, all those things take care of themselves when you focus on becoming the best you can be and helping others become the best that they can be and taking massive action in those areas. So, you guys, with that said, I thank you so much for taking the time to be on this call today. I congratulate you again on engaging in the right behaviors with your Team Cup, becoming Tier 1 Team Cup participants. Congratulations on that. Thank you again for all that you do for Beachbody, for all that you do for your team, your coaches, your customers. Let's continue to take this thing forward and make it something great. So, you guys, thank you so much. Greg, I'll turn the time back to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Craig. That was great. Very inspirational and great advice. Does anybody have any questions for Craig? Any comments? This is your chance to ask something from corporate or give some feedback that would apply, to all coaches. So you could take yourself off mute if you have something.
Yeah, happy to answer any questions, you guys. A lot of times there's curiosities or things that people have, and happy to address any questions or recommendations or curiosities that you have about this end of the business.
If you want to know what Jeff Hill's having for lunch, he can go check.
This is Erica. I'll ask a question. It wasn't this week's 411 call. It was last week's call. And on there was something mentioned about something coming down the line for us coaches. Did I misunderstand that, or is there something coming down the line?
So just that broad, like something coming down the line.
Yeah.
That would help us as coaches.
I think it's a new Coach Basics app or something like that. Craig, are you familiar?
Oh, okay. I mean, well, there's lots of things that we're working on that are designed to help move this business forward. And so, I mean, like I said, like we've got, lots, we've got Core to Force in the pipeline, and we've got upgrades to, the mobile app in the pipeline. We've got a really cool announcement that is going to be, I'm just going to say that like the next Team Cup Fall Classic is going to be completely different, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So there's that in the pipeline. But if thanks for clarifying a bit for me there, Greg. There is a new kind of like training program, a new kind of getting started right curriculum that we're putting together that's called the First 30. And it's gonna look really cool, have good designs, and it's kind of a conglomeration of taking the best practices from coaches all over the network, and we'll put it out there for people to do. And the first 30 means what do you do in your first 30 minutes, your first 30 hours, and your first 30 days in the business. And so it will just be, again, a program and a set of tools that when you bring on a new coach, you'll be able to give them, again, beautifully designed and packaged with resources around it that are put together by Beachbody to help them get started in the first 30 minutes, first 30 days, first 30 hours. Again, I don't know that it's going to be anything over, revolutionary. A lot of it's going to be like, oh yeah, well I do this, or oh, Greg told me to do that. But there might be, again, some cool stuff in there that you hadn't heard of before. Again, we've tried to take best practices, from everywhere. I don't think it's going to be like a magic lever, like, oh, now that we have this, no one will ever quit. It's like, but it is going to help us. Again, what we want to be is as prescriptive as possible with people when they come in, so that immediately, like that, again, that doubt and that fear that comes in when a new coach comes on, like, oh no, what did I just do? What did I just commit to? This is $150 a month in shakes. Like I gotta make this happen. Like we want them to have as much confidence as possible. And so this First 30 program will do that. I don't know if I'm supposed to say the name of it or all those details, but I guess that's what you get for being on this call. There's actually a call with the Wall next Monday where we're going to introduce this concept to them. So you got info before even the people that are on our 5-star diamonds are on the Wall got it. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions or comments or things that you want me to hit on? Awesome, Greg. I guess everyone, it's time to get back to work.
I guess so.
All these guys' needs, and it's time to move forward. So,
I have a quick question, if I could ask it. This is Rosemary. When you're trying to lead in with a coach opportunity to other coaches, and you're at, like right now, I'm at the point where I'm not making a lot of money. So how would I lead in? What is the best way to lead in to making a post or to explaining it to potential customers or coaches? To get them interested if I'm not making a lot of money. Maybe I'm not explaining that very clearly.
No, I think I understand, what you're saying. And, and at the same time, I don't want us to get, the cart, before, the horse on that, where I think what the approach that we want to take as much as possible is to, have people come in and really become, advocates of, of the programs themselves, of what you're doing for them and helping them to get results, and kind of coming in, as a challenger who sees what, that means they're getting results. And then through your example, they're seeing what coaching is, being like, oh, well, what is this? And when they get involved in the, in the community, and be like, man, like we can actually, make some money, with this, and it becomes a curiosity, or becomes an interest that they have, that then you can talk about, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is how, this works. Let me tell you what happens, with coaches that, that produce X amount of, volume, or have X amount of, success. And so while maybe you're not doing that yet, you can use other people's examples, to share that with. And so, again, it is tough when maybe you're not making the money to go on and be like, hey, I'm making, this, or I've got, I retired from my, from my job, or all this. But, you don't need to lead with that. It doesn't have to be where you earn it first before you share that opportunity, because that opportunity is open to everyone, regardless, of when they start. So I don't know that I've answered your question well, because, I think you're looking for more like maybe a specific, like, hey, here's what you say, and here's what, what you post. But I just want to let you know that, that can come, with time, and come with process, and, that you don't have to be the one, that's making all this money to be able to talk about the opportunity and what it potentially, could mean to people. Greg, do you have anything to add on that?
No, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, especially if you lead with fitness, right? Fitness first. And, I can tell you that's the way I've signed up 99% of my coaches. It's like, if you get them started with a program, seeing results, then they're naturally going to want to become a coach, regardless of how much money you make, right? Because they're going to want to start sharing their results, and inspiring other people, and helping other people get started. So, I mean, I think that's the key. And then your money will come, right? And then your success stories will come, and there are coaches that do share like the business first with just, hey, I was able to, put an extra, fill up my tank with gas because of Beachbody, so you don't have to have a lot of money to make those success story type posts as well. But I definitely recommend, fitness first, and getting challenges started, and interested in the, the products, and getting results.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. All right, Craig. Well, we'll let you go, and everybody else get back to work. So thank you very much.
Guys, thank you. Best of luck. Keep it moving forward. And again, I look forward to seeing you guys hopefully on an upcoming call if Greg invites me back. So we'll see.
Thank you.
Definitely.
All right. Take care.